Hey everybody, welcome to week 36. I'm 36 weeks and 2 days today, so we are getting to the final lap of pregnancy. I'm very excited. I do have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. It's just a kind of like your third trimester ultrasound and then just a regular OB appointment, and they will be checking baby's fluid, size, and position. So I will go ahead and update if anything exciting comes from that. So this week my symptoms have kind of subsided. I'm still feeling all my previous week symptoms, but on a good note, my acne, I didn't really have acne when I was younger or growing up. I really started breaking out when I first found out I was pregnant with Santana, and it was so bad. And even when after I delivered him, I still had it for the year and a half that I wasn't pregnant, and then still continued to get it when I got pregnant this time. So it's finally starting to go away, and I've been trying not to wear any foundation the past week, and I've just been washing twice a day, and it's really clearing up a lot, and I'm very excited about that. So that's a good deal. So my appetite, maybe I guess I can talk about that. Some days I feel like my appetite is severely increased and I'm starving. Other days I feel like I can have a bowl of cereal for breakfast, wait until later in the day, have like a sandwich, and then have something small for dinner and just kind of not snack. Usually I'm a snacker. I will snack throughout the day, so it just kind of has been fluctuating lately. And we did have a baby shower last Saturday, so a few days ago. That's what the little pink thing is over here, and then you can see Santana's sleeping over there. He's so cute. So I'm going to try and keep those up. I have a couple signs that says like welcome baby. Try and keep those up for her arrival. We'll see if they end up getting pulled down or not. So the one thing, we got pretty much everything we needed. The one thing that I haven't purchased yet is I haven't got any baby bottles. And I kind of wanted to talk about my breastfeeding experience from when I had Santana, because I'm kind of at that point now where it's like labor is obviously just around the corner, and I'm a little nervous with him. I'm not exactly sure what the medical term is, but he was tongue-tied. Underneath his tongue part is shorter, so he never was able to get a good latch. So our breastfeeding challenges were just that, challenges every time. I never really had a full-on breastfeeding session with him. I always had to pump and then bottle feed him. When we were in the hospital, he lost about 1.5 pounds in the first few days, and they had to stay an extra few days to try and get help from a lactation consultant. Unfortunately, I just had to pump. That was my only option. I didn't want them to supplement with formula, so the first few days I cup fed, those little tiny cups they give you, little rubber cups to feed in the baby, and then after my milk came in, we started bottle feeding. So I bottle fed him for about 6 weeks. I was pumping every 2 hours, and since I didn't have an actual baby to adjust my milk level and my milk supply, I never really knew exactly how much to pump, when to pump, so I was always, like I said, constantly pumping every 2 hours. So that became difficult, especially at night when I would roll over, or when he would start crying and have to go make a bottle that was already in the fridge, or I'd have to still pump because my breasts were so engorged. So it was very confusing for me being a first-time mom, and for being a younger mom at that, because leading up to his birth I wasn't very sure if I wanted to breastfeed or not, but I know that's the best thing for him, so of course that's what I wanted to do. So like I said, I breastfed for about 6 weeks, and sorry I'm out of breath, like the past few weeks I've been out of breath. So I pumped for about 6 weeks, and then when I went back to work, it just kind of became really impossible for me. So I had about 2.5 weeks of milk supplied in the freezer from those 6 weeks. So he got about 8.5 weeks worth of milk before we switched over to formula. And I don't want that to happen this time. I want to have a really good breastfeeding experience, and I really want that bond and that closeness with her that I didn't get to have with Santana. And I know it's possible. I know you just need to get through those first few weeks. And I'm just hoping that everything is, dandy with her. And I'm sure it will be. I just have been kind of, that's what I've really been thinking about. And then along with that comes like the actual labor. So I'm trying not to really psych myself out, because I'll maybe do another separate video on my labor story with him. It wasn't very fun. I had to be induced. I was 12 days overdue, so that was really interesting. A long story, so I'll save it for another day. But yeah, so the breastfeeding issues have been kind of scaring me a little bit. I went ahead and packed his overnight bag for when I go into labor, and I will be doing my hospital and the baby's hospital bag in a few, maybe like a week or so. I'm still hopeful that she'll come early, but I'm being realistic and knowing that she could come tomorrow or she could come in a month. So it just really depends when she's ready. And hopefully tomorrow at the ultrasound we will get a little bit of clarification. So that would be cool. They might check me, I'm not sure. So I think I talked about my symptoms. I talked a little bit about my breastfeeding issues. If you guys have any advice or comments about the breastfeeding, go ahead and leave them. I'm always love support and love talking with you guys. So go ahead and just do that. And I think I'll show you my belly. So here's the belly. I feel like she's very low. Like, if they say if you can put your hand flat under your breast, that means the baby's dropped, but she's always been very low. So the top of my uterus is about right here, and I feel like the top of her body is like maybe right here. And then also my stretch marks have been doing a little bit better. I can tell that they are getting a little bit longer, so towards the tops there's a little bit more red. There we go, if you can see. So there's the baby girl, whenever she's ready. Alrighty, and also before I go, I wanted to show you what I got off Craigslist yesterday. I got a pink Ergo baby. How stinking cute is this? It's got the head support. Look at the pattern. How adorable is this? I got it on Craigslist and it was such a steal because I know they resell still for a pretty good amount. So, and hopefully we can use it from, you know, like 2 or 3 months to like 18 months. That would be awesome to get a really good long use out of it. So again, I hope everybody's having a great week, and if anything pops up at my appointment tomorrow, I will go ahead and make a short video on that. Thanks for watching.